Hey y'all, Asha Cerise here, back with another weekend recap. Thank you all for tuning back into my channel. If you are not already subscribed, make sure you do that now. I am starting with last Friday. I was interviewed on Simon's podcast, African Father in America. He usually has every time, he has an African proverb that we discuss prior to the interview. And the proverb that he brought to my episode originated from Ethiopia, and it had something to do with loose teeth. So y'all just go check that out and you see exactly what I'm talking about. You'll learn a little bit more about who I am and what I do. And look through Simon's catalog. He has great interviews. My mother, Sweet Tea, has been on his show a few times. She has recited some poetry, and she's also been interviewed. And he has an event coming to Atlanta in May, I believe. So that is detailed on this episode as well. Fast forward to Saturday, I have a couple of standing appointments with some of my coaching clients. So they had sessions before I actually took a little quick nap, got ready for the day, and got out the house. So there was a lot going on in the city. I wanted to go to Little Five Points, but as you can see, we passed by it here. It was popping. But before that, I wanted to go grab some vegan cinnamon rolls from Cinnaholic. It's been a minute since I got one. We got some fresh juices as well. And this is some of the items that they carry. They have brownies, cookies, and of course the cinnamon rolls. This cinnamon roll was a first for me, but it was just calling my name. It's like the apple pie, has the caramel frosting with the apples and the pecans and pie crumbles, and I added fresh strawberries and blueberries. As you can see, it was delectable. Let me give you the reaction as I put that big old piece in my mouth. You know it's good when you do a little dance with it and close your eyes. Amazing. And the juice was pretty good as well. So after we ate that, we headed back to Little Five Points. They had a little section over there with the DJs, the guys over there playing music and freestyling. Families were out. They had some type of event where they have vendors everywhere, but we came pretty late, so we didn't really get to visit everyone's booth. This guy saw me looking at his CBD, THC, Delta 8 place, so he took me in and showed me around. He was pretty cool. He was telling me about the punch and stuff, but I really came for this. This guy right here does the face readings. I've had a face reading from him before, and he is on point. I had plumber's cleavage, so I had to cover that up. But he is really on point. I wanted some insight on a few things, so I got a face reading. Then we went to Ragorama, which is like a thrifting store. I'm not really big on thrifting, but we went in there to check out what they had. My mom tried on these boots. She's looking for some boots for a specific event. Not necessarily boots, but some shoes. And she saw these that caught her eye. But check this out. Y'all see me recording, and y'all just gonna walk right in front of me? There was no way they didn't see me. But what else? She tried those on. We walked around. We went back to Little Five Points area. Saw this balancing your chakra sign. Your chakras. I'm trying to pronounce chakras correctly these days. But we stood here and listened to these guys freestyle and everything. And let me let you hear a little bit of what they had going on.
Put that in my past, baby. Then I'm out of bag. Yeah, I need to get these rats transformed. I'm out to be proud. These niggas get
Their mic wasn't that clear, but you caught the vibe. We caught a little vibe with them for a little while. I just love watching people enjoy themselves. So it was giving Black Boy joy. And then we headed to our neck of the woods and stopped by the grocery store to pick up a few things for the evening. We go through groceries quick in our house, so sometimes we have to pick up a few things just to last for the night or a couple of days until we do our big shop. This night we just picked up some things to make some vegan chicken salads. I had a little apple in there. It was good. It was giving. And fast forward to Sunday, it was rites of passage. This is us at the table before we started the class. The girls were playing Uno, and I told them I wasn't playing with them because their rules are different from the rules I have. So after that, we left. I noticed Candy and Todd's restaurant, this amazing mural. There's so much beautiful art in Atlanta. If you just open your eyes and look around, you'll see it. I kept on my white dress for the day because I did not feel like going all the way home to change, so I kept my rites of passage look, and we went to the Beltline through Ponce City Market. And here we are walking. It was a beautiful day. I didn't even see myself getting video bombed here. But as you can see, it was a beautiful day. And when I say it was a beautiful day, it was like the perfect spring day. The temperature was amazing. It was a slight, partly cloudy, not even overcast. It was partly cloudy. The sun was sunny. It was the perfect breeze. It was just a beautiful day. But they have all the vendors out on Sundays, I guess, maybe Saturdays too, but this was Sunday. We ended up buying something from this booth. Their business is called Amaze Balls, I think. But the body butter that I purchased was rose gold. And it is like some of the best body butter I've ever used. I'm not even gonna cap. And I make body butter too. But it is so silky, so smooth. It has a beautiful scent. I'll show you at the end of this video. But here's more art going down the Beltline. As you can see, everybody and their mama was out on scooters, bikes, walking, enjoying the day. We stopped by Arden's Garden to get us something to snack on. And I got a smoothie with blueberries, peanut butter, mango, and bananas and dates. It was superb. We had this no cheese popcorn from Lesser Evil, delicious. My mom had more of a tropical type smoothie. I think she had plums and berries in hers. But it was definitely giving. Like, I want one of those smoothies right now. I think I want to get one today. But yes, we walked over to Piedmont Park. And again, as you can see, the weather is just amazing. They had a wedding reception here that they were setting up for. And when we walked past again, it was like beautiful to see everybody in all white. But anywho, everybody had their dogs out. The park was just full of people, had their picnic blankets. They were playing with their kids, just enjoying the vibe. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Of course, I got to take the shoes off and get my grounding on. We sat at this bench for a little while and did some people watching. And, you know, we had a great time doing that. We had the perfect people watching spot. But there was an event going on the other side of the park that I'll show you in a sec. So look at this beautiful butterfly just frolicking through the sky, if that makes sense. This guy was giving little rides through this little train thing he had. If you could see that big old Great Dane back there, I don't know if you could catch that. But we ended up walking over to the other side of the park where they had this event. It was actually a Persian event. So the Persians, the Iranians were representing. They had booths with all kind of different types of food and art and information. So we just walked through and checked out a few of the booths and just watched the people get their celebration on. We went over to the lake and here they are dancing in their cultural dance, having a good time. And we went over to the other side of the park and got us a spot to lay our blankets out, get our grounding on. And then I wanted to soak up some sun. As you can see, the sky is just giving. Laid out, the scenery is perfect. Got a tan real quick. Hey, mama. And you know what? I have a guided journal called How to Beat Single. It is going to be changed to one single step at a time, but I decided I wanted to redo my journal as far as like doing the work inside. I've done the work before, but I've started from the beginning, so I'm reading. And I'm like, you know, it's not often that you read your own books. So I'm like, this is pretty good. and I was getting into it. So I've been working on that for the past couple of weeks, just starting to work again. There's a lot of great work if you are healing, if you are just getting to know yourself, self-discovery, self-love, healing from past relationships, childhood trauma. It's great work to do in there. So that's what I'm doing here, getting all into it. There was a guy with his DJ equipment set up. Let me let you hear him. I can't give y'all too much because I don't want to get flagged, but he set the vibe out in the section of the park that we were in. He was playing house music, mixing it in with R&B, mixing it in with old school rap, like not old school like 80s, early 90s, but like 2000s rap, Twista, Ludacris, Nelly. It was a vibe. As you can see, my mom is vibing. So then we decided to sit and meditate. Take some deep breaths, tune into the beautiful energy. I cannot stress enough to you all how if I could choose the perfect spring day as far as temperature and energy, this was the perfect spring day. The weather was not too hot, but it was perfectly warm. The breeze was breezing. It was just amazing. So just to tap into that energy and get calm and get centered and ground ourselves and tune in with ourselves was amazing. So I got up after a while and did some more grounding as my mom finished up her meditation. You saw those sun rays, right? Just giving beautiful. And here I am running, frolicking through the park. Just some random slow motion frolicking for the vibe. And again, we continued to just enjoy the music before we wrapped up and packed up our blankets and headed back to our car. Again, this was the Atlanta Persian Festival that we walked through, and they had some interesting information. Like, I didn't know that they also follow the calendar of like the astrological calendar where the new year is in the spring. So, you know, we follow the Gregorian calendar, but y'all do your own research about that. But yeah, they have bull riding. This is sped up, but he stayed on that bull for a while. Like, my mom went over there and started rooting him on and made him laugh. You never know what kind of talent you're going to run into in Atlanta. But we headed back to our side of town. It was a nice ride back in. But you know what we had to do before we went home? Yes, we had to stop at the grocery store. So we went to Publix, grabbed a few things. Just for the night, you know. And this, oh yeah, this is the name of the company. Totally Amazeballs. This whipped body butter, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Look at it. It is so velvety and creamy and luxurious and just, yes, it's giving. I definitely will shop with them again. Look at the consistency, and then look at my skin afterwards. Just shimmering. It's amazing. But anywho, I spent the rest of the evening relaxing, enjoying my unwind time, and that's the recap.